So there's a debate going on in chat right now that all-inning makes you worse at the game. It doesn't. There's two parts of StarCraft. There's the micro and there's the macro. All-inning makes you better at the micro part. Of course, some people, they will all-in forever and ever, and their micro will stay the same. But if you always analyze everything you do and try to always improve and never be satisfied with your micro, and you always try to improve, you're gonna improve. Of course, you can't all in every game, and in some games you'll have to macro, so you have to mix it up to be a player to that does different things. Here we're what? Why? Why? Okay, so this guy does a pylon at his ramp, which is very odd. So we're gonna proxy 2 gate. I don't deserve to die. Why is it stopping? It was so weird. Is this real life? What? I wanted to do proxy 2 gate and explain how to micro, but apparently not this game. I don't. I'm pretty sure he didn't put down his gate. So if I go back and make a pylon, I could make something happen. And he lost a lot of money. He almost killed it again. He's the probe killer. Damn it. Alright. It's coming for you. Should I cancel it? This way we'll have more money. You see, by putting myself in the corner, it's only giving him surface area for 2 probes to attack. And he never completed his... and again, we're gonna keep ourselves in the holes, like... You see, only 1 probe can attack, and then if we park ourselves right here, it's gonna be like 2 probes can attack. At this point, it's the end. Oh, he did make a gate at some point. Don't kill my Pana, no. He's actually gonna kill a Pana. This guy. Alright, so that all didn't work out as I wanted. I wanted to show how to micro zealots versus zealots, how to do concaves, how to pull them back. But this guy, this guy with his first pylon. So your first pylon should always be as close as possible to your nexus or behind your mineral line. That way you don't lose time mining by traveling with your probe. I believe this is one of my viewers, but I'm not sure. Yeah, it's all a bit unfortunate we're playing so many random players. Oh, thank you. So that's useful. So we're gonna go for a blink all-in, which should work nicely. At my level, I actually prefer I prefer blink pressure. I prefer blink pressure off 2 base because it still does a lot of damage, but it's less of a commitment. But today is all about all-ins. The reason I didn't tell him it was me is because most of the time when people play someone like a pro gamer or like a streamer, they get super nervous, and they get some people get super nervous and they get a lot of anxiety and they just can't enjoy the game. So, you know, if he asks me after the game, I will not lie to him. But right now, there's no reason to jeopardize or time. This time is precious. You know, I do this show an hour every week. If we end up getting a guy that like gets mad because I tell him I'm death row, or that gets like super nervous, and that just, I don't know. So yeah, not much going on right now. We'll be making a stalker. You can fake taking an expansion, but you don't have to. You can also proxy the Twilight if you want to be more fancy, but again, you don't have to. We're going to be chronoing the Stalker so we can deny scouting, and we'll make the Twilight before the Mothership Core. And we stop at 16 probes. Most of the all-ins, you always want to stop at 16 probes. Of course, if you're doing it a proxy 2-gate versus Protoss, you're not going to have 16 probes and the gas is filled. But, oh, string to come in. So we're not going to be making another Stalker out of her gate, because we need gas for the Twilight, which I have hotkeyed on my building. My hotkey for usually I put my forges on Q, which is control 9, but now I put my Twilight. So now we'll get a Stalker. Now that we've put down her gate, we're gonna peek up the ramp. This could be dangerous if he has a Widow Mine. Okay, screens. There could be a factory. If there's a factory, that's when it gets dangerous, really. We'll go for 4 gates. It's an all-in after all. Let's poke in with the Mothership Core, try to see what he's up to. So, yeah, the factory. Oh, so here's the Widow Mine. With 100 APM, I think the hardest part of this build will be dodging the Widow Mine with Blink. So hopefully we do well. I'll leave the Mothership Core back because it's really important to have it so we can blink up the ramp. I don't know why I'm floating. Oh, the cat is out of the bag. We've been scanned. So it's important to look at the floor, try to find the widow mine. It's right here. We have Blink soon. And then we're good to go. You should have made more mines for the thing. One off again. And yeah, the widow mine's gonna pop soon. Ah, I didn't see. My stalkers have a big ass. I couldn't see it. So when he pulls the CVs like that, you want to kite back. Because you don't want the CVs to be able to attack your stalkers. Because they don't look like they're doing much damage, but they are. An aggressive blink to kill the tank is always good. And let's see what my APM was. No! Oh, okay, I thought it was me. So I stayed at 77. Blinking out of a widow mine works as intended, so it's very useful if you're trying to do a blink all in to dodge the mine from killing one of your stalkers. Again, if you guys have questions about the build I use in chat, feel free to ask me. I try to explain everything I can, but sometimes, you know, things go over my head. So we have a 2-player map. We'll be doing the Proxy 2 gate. Because I really want to show it. So Proxy 2 gate, you always want to send a probe as early as you can out to go put down the first spawn on. Where you Proxy 2 gate is up to you. Outside means they might not scout it, but that also means they might go for a stalker counter. Inside means they might take all their probes and try to kill the gates, or they might just do 2 gates themselves to try to beat you. If they do 2 gates, they're gonna pull probes, and it can be hard. That's why I really want to show it, so I can talk about the micro part of it. Keep in mind the APM counter, the overlay, is slightly inflated because it doesn't use the Blizzard APM. So here I'm leaving a straight line. That's so I can retreat in a corner for my Zots if I have to. And then you don't really want to scout unless they see you, they come and see you, then you want to go see what he's doing. Until then, you just keep doing your thing. So right now I'm looking at the minimap, even though I'm not looking with my screen, to try to see if he's gonna scout me. And then you can put the second pawn on back home in case you have to transition. Keep in mind this is an all-in. So I'm adding a little bit of workers. Just because there was nothing else to do anyway. Oh, the cat's out of the bag. He looks angry. So you don't want to fight. You don't, because like 8 probes, sure you might take 2 or 3 probes down, but your Zots will die. And now with 2 Zots, it's better. So he went for a core, so he's gonna have Stalker. So now we have to do a lot of damage quickly before the Mothership Core comes out. So you see I'm putting myself in the corner, or next to the minerals. Actually, he's got a lot of great surface area. That wasn't so good. And now the Mothership Core is out, so we're gonna transition. Try to kill as many probes as we can before our journey comes to an end. He's got good micro for a gold player. We'll give him that. Then we'll transition into Stalkers. Always shift command. I could have potentially killed this spawn on to help my cause. Oh crap, forgot to put probes on. And GG. One of the reasons I don't like the Mothership Core is you see, like, even though he ran with his probe, the Mothership Core, the acceleration is really slow. So I think he would have been better off making 2 Stalkers and then kiting my Zealots and running with his probes. That's usually how I beat it, but I usually don't go Stalker if it's inside my base. I just cancel my gas and go for 2 gates myself. GG Tracker or Gold Speed Ahead. Gold Speed Ahead is always on any server. Just a disclaimer, a lot of people in chat are asking. Maybe they're trying to live the dream and get me or find me on ladder. Alright, so we have a turn for our last, well, maybe not last, maybe second last game of the day. So we've done Stargate, we've done Blink, we've done, I guess what's left is DT. I think a 2 base DT is better because it's less risky, but yeah, that's what I think. I actually I'm scared to do that build simply because I'm tempted to go robo. Like, I don't think this. Okay, we're gonna do a better all-in. We're gonna do a proxy robo, just an immortal bust. I don't think, like, the DT, a lot of people, they will wall off at their choke with 2 depot and a barracks, and it wouldn't be as good to do DT. You would have to make DT and a robo, and doing that all of 1 base would make your army kind of small. So instead, what we're gonna do is we're gonna grab both gases, or second pylon would be proxy, and we're just gonna robo 2 immortal all in. Of course, you can do that build off 2 base, and it is less all-in-y. 1 base is really predictable, but I'm pretty sure those all-ins can work until. Yeah, I guess I should. The focus of this show is more about 1 base all-ins. And then maybe I can show 2 base all-ins in another episode. Yeah, I think that would be something, that would be, yeah, okay. So the reason we want to proxy our second, oh, this map is actually kind of nice for proxying stuff. I could, like, even proxy it there, but there's no reason to just kill the rocks. You just can come at the front, really. Get the core. Get the core. doing a Colossus drop with 100 APM or less is setting yourself up for failure. I like challenges, but I'm a realistic person. Proxy Stargate with an Oracle is not considered an all-in. If you do a follow-up with Void Rays and you don't expand, then yeah, it is an all-in. Anything where you plan on making the game last longer is not an all-in. If you were all-inning and you think you'd be better off transitioning, I'm going to be a pawn on short and the robo's going to finish. No. I don't actually plan on making a Mothership Core with this build because I think you're better off with sentries. We're going to scout with that Stalker. You're better off with sentries. So you really need your gas, even though we grabbed 2 gases. Of course, there's a few things that could kill me right now, such as double Reaper, quadruple Reaper. So that's why I always say all-ins are a risk. But if you want to take that risk, he's got a tech lab, so it looks like he's gonna go for tanks. You can't really win or be efficient in that battle. So we'll make another sentry. We'll send that sentry across the map. Then we'll go for 4 gates, and we'll make an observer so we can have vision. Of course, I said I wouldn't make a Mothership Core because I needed the gas, and I'm making him an observer. It's kind of hypocritical, really. One gate should be finished soon. No, run. So I have 2 sentries, which is good enough for me. Keep in mind I don't actually do a lot of 1 base all-ins. So maybe making a Mothership Core, I could have afforded it. And I just didn't believe in me, and myself. So I guess we're about to find that out. Yeah, I could have afforded a Mothership Core. Well, on the bright side, we have more firepower. Always stutter step when you're chasing something. So I'm moving in between the shots. And I believe he's going for... Oh, he's going for Banshees. Alright. His build didn't really work out at all. Alright, we're gonna play one last game.
Replay saved.
Let's see my APM. 64. Not bad. So we have another turn. I'm running out of tricks and my bags of tricks. Really. Alright, we'll do the DT build I was talking about. I don't actually think someone ever did that build. Well, someone probably did that build, but I don't remember of a pro game doing the build that I'm about to do. So take the build I'm about to do with a grain of salt, because it's obviously not the most efficient. But you know, if you're below flat or in flat, I think this build will rustle some feathers, or whatever that expression is about the feathers. You know the one I'm talking about. If you're not French, if you're French, you're doomed, just like me. Ruffle some feathers. Alright, someone came to my rescue in chat. Much appreciated. So the reason I'm about to do DT with a robo warp prism into an all-in off one base is because this map is kind of big, so you can hide the Dark Shrine pretty well. And yeah, I don't know if we'll proxy the robo. Someone in chat saying that to be good at this game you need to know all the cheeses so you can actually beat them. That is sort of true. Or you can just have really good on-the-fly decision making, which is actually really hard. So a lot of people, you know, they get upset when they get cheesed or when they get all in, but you should really embrace it. Because it's just an opportunity to learn, and when you lose to it, it gives you data. It gives you a replay that you can look at and be like, okay, so I think if I do this or if I do that, it would go all better. That's something people don't actually think about too often. So let's see, easy here. Alright, so that's where we're going to proxy our Twilight. Are we going to proxy the Twilight there? I don't think we'll proxy the Twilight there. Only the Twilight and Mermaid. Of course, we could get scouted right now, which would kind of suck big time. That's why we're going to chrono the Stalker. So keep in mind we're going to do a Dark Shrine and we're going to do a Robo. That's a lot of gas. So after my Stalker, I'm probably going to, well, not make anything that costs gas. So no Sentry. No, go back. Go back. Go back. You see, I'm not attacking it right away. Well, no, I pushed it into the Twilight. Okay, he's pulling back. Maybe he didn't see. Let's hope. Alright, so we're going to scout again with the Stalker. So we got the Dark Shrine and the Robo. It's a beautiful build. Custom tailored, made by Desrowfighting stream, where dreams do happen. So this is an all-in where you never look back. I don't think you can transition with that many thick structures off one base. Oh crap, a Marauder, run! So we've got our 4 gates. We'll chrono a little bit of Warp Gate and then we'll get a Warp Prism. Actually, like, this build is starting... Of course, like 90% of the Terrans would go Reaper by now, but even if they went Reaper, like I don't think my build is that bad. I'll have to make the DTs right here, which is not a problem really. 3 DTs and then we'll 3 DTs gives us the opportunity to make an Archon and then a bunch of Zealots. And really our goal here is just to kill units. Like we have enough firepower to just kill all his units despite of his scan. Unless he went like a lot of units. As you can see, it dies really quickly. Oh god.
Replay saved.
That really just happened. It was so sick. Alright, so we're gonna upload the replays onto GG Tracker. Alright, so GG Tracker is a really nice website where you can analyze your progress. And as you can see, the APM he's never really like that. This is the owner of GG Tracker, so he has a lot of games played. So you can see like his APM never really improved. Even, well, I guess it improved by like 10 since I started playing on his account recently. And as you can see, his spending skill used to be low gold, and when I play on his account, it goes up to master, low master, and when I play on his account, it gets up to low master again. So yeah, GG Tracker's the spending skill, you know, grandmaster, master, master. This game actually was that was the Fail Proxy 2 gate. Yeah, GG Tracker is a really nice website, guys. You should check it out. You can. Oh, he took out the. Before there was a little star and you could see my show being highlighted. He took that away, so I'm gonna have to go talk to the owner and spank him. But yeah, so you can find all the VODs of the previous episode on this website. You can see there's a playlist. So episode 1, 2, and 3, or episode 1, 2, and then part 2. And then you can also find the replays right here. Click out here to see the matches. And then you have all the replays. So 21 days ago, a month ago, and then soon you will add the replays of today to this playlist. So alright guys, so I hope you enjoyed it. Make sure to check out GG Tracker. Make sure to subscribe on YouTube and follow me on all the social medias. Thank you for watching. Have a good time.